Hello dear students, I welcome you to the class of FIBSc Zoology. I am Amol Handore, Assistant Professor at Department of Zoology, KTHM College Nasik. My basic qualification is MSc, B.Ed and SET in Life Sciences. So I will be taking care of your paper number 2, that is Animal Ecology. Today we will have an overview of the syllabus for this paper. So let's have a overview of the syllabus for paper number 2, ZO112 Animal Ecology. So this paper will be for 2 credits and it will be covered in 30 lectures. Code for this paper is ZY112. The first unit is Introduction to Ecology. So here we are going to study concept of ecology, environment, what is meant by population, community, what is ecosystem, what is meant by biosphere, and branches of ecology, that is autoecology and synecology. So you have already know that what is meant by ecology. This word has a Greek origin where ecos means habitat and logos means discourse. So literally if we see the definition of ecology, it is nothing but study of animals and plants or any organism with their relationship with each other as well as with their environment. Similarly, ecosystem. So the second terminology. Now this ecosystem terminology involves all the abiotic as well as biotic components of the environment. So it is the system that is resulting from integration of all living and non-living factors of the environment. Thus, any structural and functional unit of biosphere where organisms interact with their physical environment and there is flow of energy, then it is referred to as ecosystem. Now we know that Earth is a giant ecosystem and there are many smaller such ecosystems. So right now you are sitting in your home room, so that is also a small physical uh, artificial type of a ecosystem. Third terminology is environment. So everything that is surrounding an organism is nothing but the environment of that particular organism. Fourth terminology is community. So what is, or before that we'll see what is population. So population is nothing but a group of individuals of a single particular species and which are interacting with each other in a particular geographical area. Okay, so a population of a particular species interacting with each other in particular geographical area is nothing but a population. Now the next terminology is community. The community is nothing but a more complex assemblage. So all the species in a particular area, if we consider them together, then that forms the community. Okay. Next terminology is biosphere. So what is this biosphere? It is nothing but the a sphere which surrounds the living organism. So there are three components in the biosphere, that is atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. So atmosphere is the gaseous layer, lithosphere comprises of solid components and hydrosphere means all the liquid component. So air, water and land all together give rise to this biosphere. Now there are two divisions of ecology, that is autoecology and synecology. So what is this autoecology? That means study of individual organism. It can be plant or animal. So whenever we are studying a single individual and whatever ecological study associated with a single animal or plant, then it is referred to as the that or a single species, then it is referred to as horticology. Second concept is scene ecology. So what is meant by scene ecology? When we are dealing with many species, more than one species in particular area, and we are doing their study, then it is referred to as scene ecology. Okay, so this is all about, we are going to study in detail all these concepts. So in 2 lectures we are going to finish this first unit. Now the second unit, title of the second unit is ecosystem. This term ecosystem was proposed by the scientist Tansley in the year 1935. So it, in this word, eco implies environment and system denotes the interacting, interdependent, complex. We know that any living organism cannot live alone, but it is dependent on the biotic and abiotic factor in its environment. So there is a continuous exchange of energy between organism and their surrounding. So that forms the ecosystem of that organism. In this chapter, we will study what is ecosystem, then we will study what are the types of ecosystem. So basically aquatic ecosystem like freshwater, estuarine and marine ecosystem, and the second type, that is terrestrial or land ecosystem. In that we will study forest ecosystem, grassland ecosystem and desert ecosystem indeed. Secondly, we will study the structure and composition of ecosystem, because we have seen that in ecosystem not only organism but their biotic and abiotic components are present. So what is meant by biotic? So all the living components of an ecosystem are called as biotic components. So for example, plants, animals, all these are the biotic component. On the other hand, there are abiotic component. For example, water, air, minerals, all these form the abiotic component. Even the environmental factors like temperature, humidity, all that can be considered as the abiotic component. Now third part of this chapter, we will study what are food chains. So we know that all organisms are dependent on each other for their food requirements. So each organism becomes the food for the another organism. So in a way they are dependent on each other, and there occurs transfer of energy from producers to consumers. So these consumers can be herbivores or they can be carnivores. So there are different types of food chains that are present in the ecosystem, like detritus and grazing food chain. So we will be studying these in detail. Then we will study what is meant by food web. So many food chains are interlinked with each other, will result into formation of food web. Then we will study energy flow in the ecosystem, because whatever energy is present, that is not stagnant but it is keep on flowing. So we know that the ultimate source of energy is the sun. From sun the producers make their food. So these producers are nothing but the photosynthetic plants or bacteria, and then those are eaten by the herbivores. These herbivores are eaten by the carnivorous organism, and these carnivores can be again fed by the tertiary consumers. So in a way these energies keep on flowing in the ecosystem. So how that energy flows we will study with different models. We will study what is meant by ecological pyramid. So there are different types of ecological pyramid, that is pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass and pyramid of energy. So in 8 lectures we will cover this unit number 2. Now the third unit, the fourth point of this unit is concept of eutrophication in lakes and rivers. Many a times you must have seen a lake or river completely flooded with organic matter. Okay, so that process is nothing but the eutrophication process. So we will study it in detail in this fourth point of this unit. Now we move to the unit number 3, that is population, which is for 7 lectures. In this we are going to study what is population and what are the basic characteristics of population, like density. So density is nothing but number of individual per unit area. Then natality, which is also called as birth rate, so number of new birth per 1000 individuals. Mortality, which is also referred to as death rate, that is number of death rate of the population. Then we will see different survival sheep curves. So there are 3 types of curve: type 1, type 2 and type 3 type of survival sheep curve. Then we will study what is mean by fecundity. So fecundity is nothing but the ability of organism to produce new offsprings. Then we will study what is mean by age ratio. So age ratio is nothing but number of individual of various ages in a particular population. We know that in a particular population we have different age population. So that is nothing but the age ratio. Then we'll see what is sex ratio. So sex ratio is nothing but ratio of male to female in a population. Then we'll study what is dispersal and dispersion. So population dispersal is nothing but movement of individuals into and out of the population. So there are 2 factors responsible for this: immigration and immigration. Okay, so we'll study that in detail when we come to this topic. Next point, 3.2, exponential and logistic growth. So these are 2 growth models which are normally seen in different populations. Exponential growth can be seen in case of bacteria, and logistic growth model can be seen in higher animals. So we'll study these 2 models. Next we will study population regulation. So there are 2 types of population regulation: density dependent regulation and density independent regulation. Then we'll study different type of population: Gauss's principle of exclusion with laboratory and field interactions. And last part of this topic is quadrate, line and belt transect method. Now these are the different methods to study the biodiversity of particular area. So these are nothing but the sampling techniques. So different type of sampling techniques like quadrate methods or transect method we are going to study in detail. Now we move to the chapter number 4, that is community. So it will be covered in 7 lectures. In this we are going to study different community characteristics. So we'll understand what is species richness, what is dominance, diversity, abundance, vertical stratification, ecotone and age effect, ecological succession with examples. So first term, that is species richness, simply denotes number of species in a particular community. Okay, so suppose there is a community in which there are 10 species, then the species richness is 10 for that particular community. Second concept is dominance. Now dominant species are the most successful species of that particular community. Suppose out of those 10 species in the community, 2 species are more abundant, that means they are present everywhere. So these are referred to as dominant species. Then next terminology is diversity. So diversity is nothing but variety and abundance of different species in particular community. Then abundance is nothing but the number of individual per species in the community. Okay, so what is abundance? Number of individual per species in the community. Suppose there are 10 species in a community, and what are the number of individual of all those 10 species is nothing but the abundance. Then vertical stratification. So if you have visited any forest, you must have seen this vertical stratification, that there is a first layer of grasses, then you have herbs, then more bigger plant that is called as shrubs, then you have the trees. In trees also you have the smaller trees, and then you have the larger growing trees. So in a forest you will see the stratification, that is grasses up to the trees. So that is nothing but a vertical stratification. Now next concept is ecotone. Now this ecotone means a transition area between two different ecosystems. So suppose there are two ecosystems. Here you have a grassland, and here you have a desert. So in between these two areas you have a sharp line or sharp area which divides these two areas, that is nothing but the ecotone. Next concept is age effect. So it is related to this ecotone only. So this area between the grassland and the desert, which we have called it as ecotone, have the species which are very much different from these two ecosystems, that is grassland and the desert. Such species difference is called as age effect. Okay, because there is different ecosystem which is present at the border of these two ecosystems, that will result into different species, that is called as age effect. Next concept is ecological succession. So in forest community, sometimes suppose there is one plant species, and after some time that plant species can be replaced by another plant species. So that changes in the dynamics of that forest is called as ecological succession, and there are different reasons which can be responsible for causing this ecological succession. So we will study that with some examples. Next, last unit of your syllabus is animal interactions, so which we will conclude in 5 lectures. Here we are going to study some important animal interactions. There are different types of interactions, so we will study with at least one suitable example. So the important types of animal interactions are competition. In that also there are two types, interspecific and intraspecific. Interspecific is between two different species. Intraspecific means within the same species if there is competition. So I will give you an example. Suppose there is a one deer species, okay, and that one deer species is living in a forest. It is feeding on the grasses of the forest. So all the individual of that single species, they will compete for the food, that is the grass. So that becomes the intraspecific competition. But for example, if there are two species in that forest, and in between those two species there is a competition, then that is called as the interspecific competition. Then there could be some beneficial associations or interactions as well, like commensalism. So in commensalism, there are two members taking part in this, where one member is benefited from the other species and the other member is not benefited nor it is having any trouble from this commensal. So for example, cattle grates on livestock. You must have seen this bird feeding onto the insect of the cattle. So these birds, they are getting the insect as their food, and in this process the livestock or the cattle, is getting rid of those insects which are causing problem to those livestock or the cattle. Yes, there could be some another type of beneficial association which is called as mutualism. So in mutualism, both the members, that is both the species which are taking part, they are benefited. Okay, so there are many examples. We will take these examples like bees and flowers, fish, fish and prawns, and there could be the third type of interactions, that is antagonistic association. So in this we will study parasitism and prey predation. So parasitism and prey predation, here only one member or one species is benefited and second species is badly affected. So we know that parasitism, there is a host and there is a parasite which is feeding onto that particular host or which is affecting that host. So for example, Ascaris, which is living inside the stomach of human beings, causing, it is getting the nutrition from human beings, but at the same time we are affected by this growth of Ascaris. Similarly, lice, which are feeding onto the hair follicles, so they cause damage to the humans. And the second type, that is prey predation. So you have one predator and you have one prey. So lion feeding on deer. So lion is benefited, it is getting the food, but at the same time deer is losing its life. Okay, so that is type of example, that is prey predation type. So this is all. So we'll conclude this in 5 lectures. This is all about the introduction to your syllabus. So there are 5 units which we are going to deal with in this semester, and total lectures allotted are the 30 lectures. So thank you for your patience hearing.